Yo, what is up, you guys? Hold up, give me a second real quick. I gotta, alright. Yo, what is up, you guys? And today, we are going back actually, we're gonna be doing a new series called What If Civilization Started Over? Yes, we're doing it just like It Is Pro. Alright, so we had a big colonization right here when humans first arrived. They started to move more and more towards the coast and more of Tanzania. Moved down into Mozambique and explore all of this till they finally stop. And then they make their small landing over here in this area. And they send some more scouts down here. Yes. Thank you. Then start expanding rapidly. So it's this claim as well. Bless me. They started expanding rapidly. So the red team finally stopped and started to work more on income and stuff like that. And for the next few years, they finally start upping their colonization process, and they finally connect up with their other claim. They move up and capture Lake Malakal, move up into the Tanzania coast to Somalia as well. This is how big they have gotten in Africa. They decided to explore some more of Africa. As they go up and more, the technology has risen by a lot. So they start ultra expanding the south. Wanted to learn more about South Africa. So then they start moving more and more towards the coast. As you see, they start moving in. And they capture this little lake. Another very important lake as well. They start moving down south. They take a lot of land, which starts to give them the cause of a rebel. See, they grew so big that they're almost the size of all of Europe. But that never lasted for long. Alright, so after that, a rebel comes up from north of them, start to approach more of their important lakes and stuff. They start moving down and down, take over their important lakes, and starts to make progress to here. Just because of expansion and disagreements. And they start moving more and more towards their capital city, Bambukwak. And they start moving more and more towards the coast, which they cut apart the red team. But that didn't last forever, as they broke their troops down. They started pushing in to the blue team, putting off their main parts and moving back up into their country. As they moved in, they took over a lot of the blue team. But the blue team was working on capturing back its old parts, then going down the coast near Mbaktukwa. As they make a pinhead over there, they start to try and connect themselves up. They move over here to where the troops were last seen, and they take over this whole area surrounding a couple of red team troops. They start to move up and taking over this part of them. They surround some red team troops, but they didn't surrender. Eventually, they did capture the troops, and that wasted a lot of troops for them and a lot of money. So if you see, the red team pushes them back after that, and they move over and take back over a lot of their land. So they just finally say, okay, we can give you peace, just please. So they gave him peace and got the borders like this. So you decided to, like up the border a little bit. So blue team would gain right here, and the red team would gain right here. This is what they want to do in the borders. The red team decides to up their expansion and start moving more and more along this coast. Blue team also, after a big rebellion war, also starts to move more. The capital, Kuwika, they decide to knowledge up north as they find a new sea. They call it the Sea of Uweka. It's actually called the Arabian Sea, as we all know. But they start to expand more into northern Africa. So their dream is to only expand into northern Africa. That's why they wanted the northern claim. The red team over here is doing so good. They advance all the way into the southern African part. Oh man, stomach is killing me. Blue team decides to move in over here to the new areas they just found and capture the whole Somalian coast. See, you may say, wow, they're super big and they're not collapsing? That's crazy. Yes, they may be super big, but they're kind of holding off for a little long. Especially the blue team, they're doing great. The red team, though, is just out of its mind when moving in. They start capturing so much land that they financially and democratically have to stop. They have gotten way too big. Another civil war floods the country. There was a blue rebel. Not the same color as the blue guy. A green rebel, which is down here, South Africa. And a yellow rebel. As the yellow rebels start moving more and more towards capital, they surround the capital and take it over with ease. This makes the blue team kind of happy. And the green team starts moving in. The green team moves in, they take over the land they want. Then there's a blue squad. It's over the rest of the land. And now we're going to get into our peace treaty. So our peace treaty, normally and democratically, it's like this. Green team gets up to there. When we get to new country, Yes. Wait, no, good mama's in your bed.
Huh?
It was in your bed.
It's in my bed.
It was in your bed.
So it's in the washing machine. Yeah.
Ooh. Don't put it in the washing machine.
No, it ain't. I got it in my pocketbook.
Nice. The green team gets up to there. The cyan team is the ones up to there. And the yellow team, the kind of biggest rebel. The biggest kind took over all of this from the red team. The red team is finally split up to nations.
These licenses you want.
This side just road expand, aka this. So they start exploring Madagascar and they take it all over. So they're doing like island expansion. So like if they ever get their home or their hometown and invaded and they get captured, they don't die so easily. They instantly come over here and take over these islands and make ports and start capturing all of Madagascar. It was hard getting the inner part, but they still got it. These nations also starts to push in. She started to push in. They started to push in as well. These guy right here is just nominal in keeping itself. That team is kind of like the third largest. So the blue team finally develops its ports. Which are massive ports, really good ports as well. Start exploring some more land first. Before they actually start colonizing, they somehow in some way found a port and traveled across here. They saw this little piece and they moved up into the Saudi Arabians. Like, we found more land. And they start exploring like they as much as they can. And they finally start expanding again. As they start expanding, they have become the new largest country. This makes the red team kind of disappointed in itself that it's like the U.S. to collapse. As they expand up there, they have to stop for a little bit as they might lose their chances and stuff. They start expand. The rest of these nations start working together to discover more Africa. They move into the Nigerians until they get to the sub-Saudi Arabian part. Sub-desert. Then they just stop for a second in Africa, and they're like, "We want to go up there into that place, because that place looks amazing." Well, this guy was just forming ports along his bay. One suspicious member goes across from their land and going up across the roadside, landing here in the islands. As they land on these islands, they capture it for the cyan team. They capture it for the cyan team. Cyan team's like, I probably don't need captured these lands for the Cyan team. It makes a pit stop right there. So that was their pit stop. Pit stop, and then they move over Sienese Island. They also capture that for them. Till they meet up with this Portuguese coast. They're like, what is this place? So instantly, they use their little pit stop they made and makes another thing for the Cyan team. And once they finally get up here, they're like, what is this land right here? We found more land. They crossed the Gyperator path and arrived back in their old home. We found more land. But they said we have to keep this a secret. They start exploring more of France. And so these episodes are kind of going to be long. They explore up there. This guy tries to go like, we're just going to act normal. And eventually they make it up to the Nigerian passageway. And then he makes a landing over here, claiming all of this land. You may be thinking, wow, I'm colonizing the world very, very fast. Well, yes, I am, but listen. One thing, though. I'm trying to do this so this series can, go good and stuff. The yellow team wanted to make a compromise for the African parts with the blue team and the Cyan team. So the yellow team said they get all of this from the compromise. Yellow team says for the blue team that they can get. So there's now 4 over there. They can get all of this. This. Look, we're happy with that. They claim all of this, and they gave the Nigerian team, or the AKA the Cyan team, all the way up to here. You know, like, we would gladly. Huh? Okay. Alright. That's going to be the end of this video, you guys. This is part 1. I'm posting this today. Thank you guys for watching this. Bye-bye.